Good morning, children. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Okay. Right. Today I am before you to discuss a new topic under communication and life skills, our lab 310. So, let me share with you a new topic. And earlier, we have completed attitude, isn't it? We have learned much about attitude. Now, today I am here with a new topic called goal setting. What is it? Goal setting. Okay. Moving to the next slide. Look here. Our topic today is goal setting, and before beginning and discussing about goal setting, first you have to know. You are already aware, but still, let me discuss something about what is meant by a goal. You know, you might have set some goals, everyone among you, isn't it? Because a person without goal cannot achieve anything. We have to set some goal and we have to achieve our goal. Set and achieve your goals. Goal setting. So coming to about what is meant by goals. Goals, whether they may be big or they may be small, but they can only be the stepping stones to a happier life. Do you agree? Yes. Goals may be big or small, but they can always become stepping stones to a happier life. And goal is a target. A goal is a target towards which you can direct your efforts. Unless you set a target as a goal, you set a goal as a target, then you cannot direct your efforts. All your efforts will go in vain. So it's a target. Goal can be set as a target you set so that you can direct your efforts towards that, isn't it? Now, without a goal, you are bound to move off in the wrong direction, thus wasting your time will be wasted, your efforts will be wasted, and ultimately you cannot reach your goal or target or your destination which you aim at. So the way we set them, they can make a difference in to achieving them. The way we set only, it will decide whether we can achieve our goal or we cannot achieve our goal. So now look at the slide. So long as you have your eyes on the goal, you don't see obstacles, isn't it? Because your focus will be primarily on the goal. If you focus primarily on a goal, then you cannot see, though obstacles come in your way, but you don't see them because your focus is on the goal only. So the advantages of having goals are, if you have goals, having goals for things we want to do, and if you work towards them, it's an important part of being human. For every human being, you should aim at certain goal, without which you can't succeed. And the path towards our goals may not always run smoothly or be easy, because how can you expect always a path to be smooth? You will face many obstacles, you will face many hurdles, but having goals, whether big or small, is part of what makes life good. Certainly it makes life good. Okay, now understood? Okay. It setting goals, it gives us a sense of you can say a meaning, or a sense of purpose, and it points us in the direction we want to go. And finally makes us feel interested, and also we'll be engaged, and finally it will give us ultimate pleasure and happiness. Okay, so certainly you have to set a goal or aim at a goal. So goal setting is quite important in everybody's life. So you have to set and you have to achieve your goals. That's the importance of goal. That setting a goal, we call it as goal setting. So long as you have your eyes on the goal, you don't see any obstacles. And also what I can say is, over 2000 years ago, Aristotle said, there's a saying, well begun is half done, isn't it? It's a very familiar quote and you might have heard it, but still you listen to it. Well begun, if you begin any task, okay, if you have well begun, that is half done there itself. And with regards to goals particularly, he's right, as he seems to have been on a lot of things. Okay, so paying attention to how we set our goals, it makes us more like to achieve them, and achieving them makes us feel good, isn't it? About ourselves, it makes us feel good about ourselves as well as about our lives also. So, and if you set a goal and if you begin it well, then well begun is almost half done, according to the saying of Aristotle. Okay, now goals lead to purpose in life. Yes, what we have already discussed. It's a starting point for success. And for example, if you aim for the moon, even if you miss it, you will become one of the stars. Okay, you have to think like that. Okay, so unless we focus, we cannot achieve our goal, and it is very hard to focus. And the thing is, focusing is not an easy task. It's very hard to focus, and it's very hard to concentrate, but it is a skill, and that skill is also a life skill, and that skill should be learned, should be acquired, and that can easily be learned. Okay, so focusing on our goal is not an easy task, but you have to learn to focus. You have to work very hard so that you can focus on your goal, or else you can focus on or concentrate on your goal, and it is a skill, and that is what you are supposed to learn. Then certainly you can achieve your goals. Okay, now we gain much knowledge. We are drowning in information and we are starving for knowledge, and in the process of learning we are gaining much knowledge. You come to the educational institutions only to gain knowledge, and there are many resources, many ways to gain knowledge in the sense, not all the concepts are alone in the textbook, but there is much knowledge in all fields. There are many sources, if at all, if you have an intention to gain much knowledge. Okay, because many sources are there to impart you knowledge, and you will gain much knowledge. But what is the use of knowledge? Knowledge helps you to reach your destination, provided you know what the destination is. Unless you don't aim at something, you don't set a goal or set a target, and when you don't have a destination at all, then knowledge helps you to reach your destination, but provided that you should know what your destination is actually, isn't it? And a small story, it's not story, it's from our epic only. An ancient Indian sage, he was teaching his disciples the art of archery. He put a wooden bird, everyone, he put a wooden bird as a target and asked his disciples to aim at the eye of the bird. So the first disciple, he was asked to describe what he saw. Then the disciple said, I see the trees, I see the branches, the leaves, I see the sky, I see the bird, I see, and this eye also I see, he said. And then the sage asked this disciple to wait, okay? Then he asked the second disciple the same question. And the reply was something else. And that disciple replied, I only see the eye of the bird. What did he say? I only see the eye of the bird. So the sage said, very good, now shoot. And the arrow went straight and hit the eye of the bird. Here the focus, it's all about the focus. So everyone will set some goals, but your focus should be only on the goal or on the target you have set, isn't it? So such is the importance of goal setting, because unless we focus, we cannot achieve our goal. It's hard to focus, just now I told you, it is hard to focus and concentrate, but you have to acquire that particular skill. Okay. Now let me tell you why are goals important. Before that, looking at the objectives, let us look at the objectives, because before we begin our lesson, we should go through what are the objectives of this particular unit. Followed. Now speaking about the objectives. At the end of the unit, the student will be able to, you will be able to understand how important it is to set clear goals for themselves in life and at work also. Not only in our personal life, in our professional life, as well as in our professional life, for ourselves as well as at work, we have to know the importance of setting some clear goals. The goals we set should be very clear. So by the end of this unit, you will be able to understand how important it is to set clear goals for yourselves, for themselves in life and at work. Okay. And another objective is learn how to plan and work towards goals effectively by breaking them down into sets of smaller goals. Okay. When you break it into smaller goals, short-term goals, then one by one you can go on achieving your goal, and finally one fine day you will, with ease, you will achieve your long-term goal or big goal aimed at, isn't it? So by the end of this unit, you will learn how to plan and how to work towards your goal effectively. So, and you will learn how to break them down into sets of smaller goals. So these are the objectives of this particular unit, and I assure you that by the end of this lesson you will be learning these. You will understand as well as you will learn how to plan and work towards your achieving your goals. Okay. Now Enthusiasm, everyone has got enthusiasm. We'll be very enthusiastic once we set our goals. We'll feel enthusiastic how to, what should be done, what can be done to achieve our goal. We'll be thinking that way. Okay, the beginner will be always enthusiastic only. In the beginning, everyone we make strict strong resolutions, and we for day 1 day 2 we strictly implement them also. Okay, but so one should have enthusiasm without direction. It will be just like a wildfire, and ultimately it leads to frustration also. Frustration. And so goals, if you have a goal, then you will have a sense of direction. You'll have a sense of direction, and in that way you will work. Okay, so enthusiasm without direction is like a wildfire, and sometimes it may lead to frustration. So goals, the purpose of setting goals is that you will have a sense of direction. Okay, you will have a sense of direction followed now. Okay, so now here is a quote. Look into the slide. Look at the slide. What's there here? A goal properly set is a halfway reached, isn't it? A goal properly set is a halfway reached. I already just now I told you also. Well begun is half done. Similarly, it's a quote. It's a popular quote by Abraham Lincoln. A goal properly set is a halfway reached. If you set it properly, half the task is done. Okay, followed. Now, let me tell you why the goals are important. Why actually the goals are important. Yes, the goals are really important. Setting goals is really important because on the brightest sunny day, if you experiment, the most powerful magnifying glass, if you take a powerful magnifying glass and if you want to set a piece of paper afire, then you even the most powerful magnifying glass also will not set a piece of paper on fire if you keep on moving the glass, isn't it? If you just move it here and there without keeping it constant at one particular place, even the magnifying glass may be the most powerful, but still you can't set it on fire, isn't it? If you continuously move the glass. So, but if you focus the light and if you hold it on one spot, then within no time the paper will burn, isn't it? You all know, you might have experimented in your childhood, isn't it? So, this is nothing but this is the power of concentration. Power of concentration, a popular quote. Concentration is the key to success, isn't it? Concentration is the key to success. So, just this is an example, you can say. In the sense here, what we have to learn from this small example, we have to learn that we have to focus on anything. If anything should be done, if anything ought to be done, then we have to focus on that particular thing. So similarly on our goals also, if you set it simply and leave it or without, if you don't focus on it, there is no scope for you to achieve it, isn't it? So now another small instance. Okay, a man was traveling and he stopped at an intersection. He asked an elderly man, "Where does this road take me?" Then the elderly person asked, "Where do you want to go?" Then this man, he replied, "I don't know. I don't know." Then the elderly person said, "Then take any road. What difference does it make? What difference does it make, isn't it?" So when you don't have a destination, you have not yet decided a destination where to go, you didn't set yourself a goal, then what's there? Simply you go on studying, but ultimately you do hard work, but that is not smart work because you have not set a goal and started your work, then there is no scope for you to achieve your goal, isn't it? So it will be like that only. What difference does it make, isn't it? Okay, how true. And suppose in case if you for example, if would you board a train or a plane without knowing where it was going? Will you? No, of course not. Why? Because then why do people go through life without knowing where they are going? Isn't it? We always we board either it may be a plane or train. We know much information, get much information. Where does it go? Where actually we want to go? Then only we'll board that particular train or plane, isn't it? So people also they have to know where they are going, where what they are aiming at. Then only finally they have to start working out in that direction, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, so always goals have a sense of direction. They have a sense of direction. Now, before that, okay. Now coming to wish, moving to the next slide. Wish, dream and goal. Wish, dream and goal. Okay. So here an unwritten want. An unwritten want is a wish. It's just a wish, remember. A dream that never happens because you are just wishing it. It is a dream, your wish that never may happen. The day you put your goal in writing is the day it becomes a commitment that will change your life. Are you ready? Okay. So everybody says, I have that wish, this wish, because people often they confuse goals with dreams and wishes. Followed? They often get confused. So if you simply wish, that is not enough. It will always remain as a dream. So the day you put your goal in writing only, then that day, from that day you are committed towards that achieving that particular goal. Then certainly your life will change. So you have to be always you have to be ready. Okay. And these are what differentiate a desire from a goal. Desire is something and goal is something different. So goals are dreams only. But dreams with a deadline. Goals are dreams with a deadline, or goals are dreams with clear directions, and goals are dreams with a clear action plan. Followed what I said now? Goals, if you set a goal, if you write on a paper, then they become dreams. They are dreams only. Goals are actually dreams only. But when we don't say it as a dream, when we say it as a goal, when we set a deadline for that, when we have set some clear directions for it, and when we make an action plan to achieve that particular goal, then we don't call it as a dream. We don't call it as a wish, but we call it as a goal. So this is the difference between wish, dream and goal. Followed now? I have differentiated wish, dream and goal. Okay. So people, they confuse goals with dreams. Moving to the next slide. Okay. Look here. People confuse goals with dreams and wishes. So desires become strong when they are supported. When our desires, everyone has got desire. But when our desires become strong, when our desires become supported, when they become strong, when they are supported by direction, all that is dedication, determination, discipline and deadlines. Okay, we should have a direction to follow. We should be dedicated to achieve our goal. We should have a strong determination to achieve that. Then we should be disciplined to achieve it, and we have to set a deadline. So when all our desires, if they are supported by all these D's called direction, dedication, determination, discipline and deadlines, certainly our desires become very strong. Then it automatically becomes a goal. Followed now? Okay. Now moving to the next slide. Steps to turn a dream into a reality. What is it? Steps to turn a dream into a reality. What are the steps? You should have a definite, clear, written goal. Okay, you should have a definite and a clear written goal. It should be something written on the paper. Then you will become committed and you will become determined, and a discipline begins there, and you start working. And you will make an action plan. You should have a second point. You should have a written action plan to accomplish your goals. Something you achieve becomes your accomplishment, isn't it? So you should have a written action plan so that you can accomplish your goals. Then you have to read your goals and action plan twice a day, at least twice a day. So if these are some steps, then ultimately your dream turns into a reality. You know the famous quote of Abdul Kalam, isn't it? What's it? Dream high, but see that your dream turns into reality, isn't it? So you should have a definite, clear written goal, and you should have a written action plan to accomplish your goals, and you have to read your goals and action plan at least twice a day. Then your dream turns into a reality. Okay, next. Moving to the next slide. Aimless life is lifeless body. Aimless life is lifeless body. Do you agree? Yes. Dream an aim and see that your aim never remains as a dream forever. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? But no, if you really understand the meaning of that, it's not at all confusing. So aimless life is lifeless body. If you do not aim at anything, then even if you have life in your body, it is just like lifeless body only. Okay. So and you have to dream and aim. What you have to dream? You have to dream and aim, and you have to see that your aim never remains as a dream forever, because you have to change or turn the dream into reality, and should be cautious enough that your aim never remains as a dream forever, but you have to turn that your dream into a reality. Okay, followed. Now, so some people, even if in spite of knowing this also, so just now I told you, aimless life is lifeless body only, but just they remain to be, or they prefer to be, they tend to be like a lifeless body, because they don't aim at anything. They don't set any aim, they don't target anything, they don't set any goal. And why more people don't set goals? Why don't more people set goals? Okay? Why? Because the men who try to do something and fail are infinitely better than those who try to do nothing and succeed. So if you set some goal and if you try in that way, in that direction, even if you fail also, never mind. But you have to set a goal something, isn't it? That is something better than nothing. So why don't more people set goals? Why more people don't set goals, in the sense, because they have many reasons are there. There are many reasons why people don't set goals. So let me share with you some reasons. What are the reasons? So the reasons may be, the first thing is their attitude. Yesterday in the previous class we have discussed much about attitude, isn't it? Some always they tend to have a negative attitude or pessimistic attitude. So they think always negatively. So their attitude, their pessimistic attitude, so looking for the pitfalls rather than the possibilities. They don't think that something will be possible. So they look for the pitfalls only. So that such attitude, we say it as a pessimistic attitude or negative attitude. Then how can you imagine to set a goal? We can't. They don't think also to set a goal because of their pessimistic attitude. And also fear, another attitude is same pessimistic only, but fear of failure. They don't think that they never, the chances of success may be less. They'll be thinking that way. So fear, a phobia, fear of failure, that thinking also will make them not to set a goal. They don't think to set a goal because of because they think that they may fail, isn't it? So what if I don't make it? And subconsciously people feel that if they don't set goals and don't achieve them, they feel they haven't failed. Because they haven't set a goal, then there is no scope for them to fail, isn't it? So they think that if they don't set goals, because there is no need for them to achieve anything, and we have not failed, they'll be thinking that way. And they don't realize that they have failed to begin with by not having any goal. Actually, not setting a goal is itself a failure, but they don't think that way, isn't it? When you fail to, remember, fail to plan is your plan to fail only, isn't it? If you fail to plan something, then it is nothing but your plan to fail. You already planned to fail. So here, not setting a goal is itself is a failure of you. And but they don't realize that they have failed to begin with by not having any goal only. Okay, so that's why they don't set any goal. And also fear of success, a low self-esteem, low self-image, or fear of having to live up to their success. It causes some people to fear success. Okay, fear of success also, it is a reason. It's a reason for not setting any goal. Okay, by some people. And also, a lack of ambition. A lack of ambition. They don't have any ambition. Our limited thinking, it prevents us from progress. So their thinking will be very restricted, limited, and that they don't have any idea to progress, isn't it? And for example, there was a fisherman who every time he caught a big fish, and whenever he caught a big fish, he would throw it back into the river. And whenever he caught some smaller ones, then he would preserve with him. He would keep them in the basket. And so a man was watching this unusual behavior, because everyone they like to catch a big fish, isn't it? But this fellow is doing reverse. So he is throwing all the bigger ones back into the river, and only he is keeping with him all the smaller ones. So a man watching this unusual behavior, he asked the fisherman why he was doing this. Then the fisherman replied, "Because I have a small frying pan," he said. It's very funny, isn't it? So he replied saying, "Because I have a small frying pan." And most people, never make it big. in life, because they are carrying a small frying pan only, like that. So that we can say it as a limited thinking, restricted thinking, limited thinking. The thinking is that way. They don't have any ambition. So we can say it as lack of ambition. So lack of ambition is also another reason. Lack of ambition can also be said as a reason why don't people, more people, they don't set any goals in their life. Followed? Okay. That is also another reason. Now, and one more reason we can say. One more reason is, you know, one more reason is a fear of rejection. They have a fear of rejection. Then no one can help them. Okay. Worrying that if I don't make it, what will other people say? Okay, so if I set a goal, if I don't achieve it, then how can I face everyone? So that fear will be there. So a fear of rejection, worrying that if I don't make it, what will other people? So if they have that fear, they don't set any goal. That is also another reason. And one more reason is procrastination. Thinking someday I will set my goals. This ties in with a lack of ambition only. Yes, okay, tomorrow. The tomorrow will remain as a tomorrow forever. Okay, so they'll be thinking someday I will set my goals. That way, that will be their thinking. So they will procrastinate the things. Followed? Okay. And another reason we can say it is they're so low self esteem. Low self esteem in the sense because a person is not internally driven and he has no inspiration at all. No inspiration, so he's a person having low self esteem, then he failed to set a goal. Okay. Then another reason it might be ignorance of the importance of goals. They don't know why goals actually should be set, what is the advantage of setting goals, what is the importance of goals, why one person should set a goal. They don't know anything like that. The importance of goals, when they don't know, also because of the ignorance of the importance of the goals, also they don't set any goals, some people. So nobody taught them and they never learned. They never learned and nobody taught them the importance of the goal setting. That's why they never set. That also might be the one of the reason. Okay. Then lack of knowledge about goal setting. So similar thing, same thing. Ignorance of the importance and lack of knowledge, same thing. They don't know the mechanics of setting goals only. They need a step-by-step guide so that they can follow system. But who will always guide us, isn't it? We ourselves we should know that something is important. Setting something is important. It's a life skill, but they don't know. Okay, so because goal setting, it is a series of steps. So when you buy a plane ticket, what does it say? Starting point, it will be saying, isn't it? Price, finish destination, starting date and time, class of travel, finish date and time, every information it will furnish, isn't it? Similarly, goal setting also, it is a series of steps, and many don't know that. That's why they fail to set some goals. Okay, so these are some reasons. These are some reasons why don't more people set goals. Follow? Okay. Now moving to our next slide. So begin with the end in mind. When you aim at a certain goal or set a target, okay, you have to also keep in your mind what likely should be the end. So begin with the end in mind. You should know the end also in the beginning only. So begin with the end in mind. It's a famous quote by Stephen Covey. Okay. Next, moving to our next slide. You can do it if you believe you can. Important thing is you should be very confident, believe yourself. So you can do it if you believe you can. It's a famous popular quote by Napoleon Hill. Okay. Now moving to our next slide. The men who try to do something and fail are infinitely better. I told you earlier this. The men who try to do something and fail are infinitely better, and those who try to do nothing and succeed. He's trying to aim at that arrow, isn't it? But he's failed. He's failing. But still nothing wrong. It's something better than those who try to do nothing and succeed, isn't it? It's a popular quote by Lloyd Jones. Okay. Participating is something important in any event or any competition. Whether you win or lose, that is secondary, something secondary. Okay. So the men who try to do something and fail are infinitely far better than those who try to do nothing and succeed. Okay. It's not necessary that you should necessarily succeed. Isn't it? It's not necessary. You may succeed or you may not. You may lose or you may win. But trying is something important. Okay. Our next slide. Vision without action is daydream. Vision without action. Just you have a vision, but there is no action. You have not made any action plan. and that becomes simply a daydream. Again, the goal, it's actually a goal you have set, but again, it's not a goal. It's no more a goal if you don't have any action, because it again will turn back into a dream only. An action without vision. If you are if you have made an action plan, but no vision, no direction, no proper direction, no goal, simply you are working hard, then that is a nightmare only. Okay, it's a Japanese proverb. Moving to our next slide. Think big, trust yourself, and make it to happen. Make it happen finally. Think big, trust yourself, and make it happen. Okay. Next, coming to another quote. Goal setting. It's also about goal setting only. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. If your mind can conceive something and if you believe in it, then certainly you can achieve it one fine day. It's a popular quote by Napoleon Hill. Followed? Okay. Now, our next slide. Make big plans. Make big plans, aim high in hope, and work. A good plan executed now is better than a perfect plan next week. So, if you think that my plan should be perfect, okay, it will be procrastinated, and that perfect plan may not be possible for you anytime. So, rather than making a plan perfect or making a plan perfect the next week, it's better to plan something good that day itself. Isn't it? So, make big plans, aim high in hope, and work. A good plan, if executed, if you make a perfect plan, but if you never execute it, that is much worse than a good plan if executed. Isn't it? Followed. A good plan executed now is always better than a perfect plan next week. So try to understand that. Okay. Then moving to next slide. Scrutinize your goals. Scrutinize your goals. So goals must be evaluated in the light of the following. So how they have to be scrutinized? So you have to think, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it get me health, wealth, and peace of mind? About your goals, you have to scrutinize. So is it the truth, or can I achieve it, or is it fair, and will it make me healthy or wealthy, and will it, if at all, if I achieve my goal, will it give me peace of mind? So that way you have to think. Followed. And there are some more. Is it consistent with my other goals? And can I commit myself to it? Because before you begin, you have to think all this. So can I commit? Shall I be committed? Shall I start executing that? Okay. So why is this goal important? You have to answer all these questions. Then if you think that yes, the goal you have set will give you all this, okay, it will make you feel, it will give you peace of mind, it will make you healthy, wealthy, all. It will, if it will make you a better person, then you have to start your action plan. Okay. Moving to our next slide. It's something said by Bill Gates. You know who is Bill Gates, owner of Microsoft. Okay. I failed in some subjects in exam, but my friend passed in all. Now he is an engineer in Microsoft and I am the owner of Microsoft. What is he saying? I failed in some subjects in exam, but my friend passed in all. Now he is an engineer in Microsoft and I am the owner of Microsoft. So everybody will set their goal. It's not be always academic only. So they will set their goals in their own way. They have their own mindset. But if at all, if they work hard in that particular area, they said, finally they will emerge successful. Okay, isn't it? Moving to our next slide. You can, you should, and if you are brave enough to start, you will. Okay, you can and you should, and if you are brave enough to start, you will certainly. Okay, it's a popular quote by Stephen King. So, after going through this quote, certainly you will, if at all, if you have not set any goal, you should set. Okay, and there are some barriers. There are some barriers to reach goals. So like we have discussed, why don't more people set goals? But if at all, if some persons have set some goals also, again they may face some obstacles, and they are nothing but barriers. So barriers to reach goals may be lack of direction, fear of failure, or lack of motivation, or negative feedback, and don't know how to set goals. So these may be the barriers. So they don't have any proper direction. Because of the lack of direction, that may be the reason that they have not achieved their goal or reached their goal. And fear of failure also, and lack of motivation. So they began their action plan, but in the middle they dropped. Okay. And negative feedback, some my friend of them might have said, no, oh, it is a very hectic goal you have aimed at, so there is no scope for you. Then they will lose hope. Okay. And don't know how to set goals also. So there may be the reasons. Their potential may be too low, but they might have set a big goal. So these are the barriers to reach goals. And moving to the next slide, goals. So if you set some goals, then a goal, then all these, you should have some continuous motivation. And rather than extrinsic motivation, if you are motivated by somebody else, your father or your parents or your faculty, or if you are if they say that you will be rewarded if you achieve something, then that all will be extrinsic motivation only, external motivation. The important thing is you should always be intrinsically motivated internally. Nobody should motivate you. Yourself should get motivated. Because at the end of the day, you should always question yourself whether I have wasted my day or I have utilized my day. Actually, what I have said, am I working in that direction? So if you yourself get motivated and question yourself, certainly you will not deviate from your action plan. Okay. So you should have a perfect plan. Planning is very important thing, isn't it? Just now I told you. If you fail to plan, it's your plan to fail. So a perfect planning, if made and executed, then certainly you will achieve your goal. And determination, that is something most important thing. You should be determined, hardworking, and you should have vision also. There should be strategy also. So if you have a strategy, if you are motivated completely, continuously, if you have a perfect planning, if you have vision, and if you are determined, and if you have strong determination, then there is much greater scope for you to achieve your goals. Followed? Okay. Moving to our next slide. Goal setting. So the goal you set should be smart enough. Acronym, smart enough. Smart in the sense it should be specific. The goal you set should be very specific, and it should be measurable. It should be measurable, and it should be attainable. Attainable, and it should be relevant, and it should be time bound. You have to be very cautious whether your goal is like that. If your goal is smart, then certainly you have set a very good goal. Okay. Now moving to our next slide. Let me explain actually what is meant by specific, what is meant by, just now I told you, goals must be very smart. You can say, I want to be successful, be happy, be rich. So if you ask most people what is their one major objective in life, they'll be saying, and even you also, most of them, they'll be giving a vague answer, such as, I want to be successful in my life, I want to be a happy person, I want to be rich, I want to make a good living. They'll be saying like that. It was something vague. Those are all we don't call them as goals, but instead we call them as wishes, and none of them are clear goals. Okay, they are just their wishes to be successful, to be happy, or to be rich, or to make a good living. They just come under wishes or dreams, but not as they are not clear goals, because the goals we should be very smart enough. And coming to the first S, it is nothing but specific. Now let me tell you what is meant by specific. Specific in the sense, so I want to, for example, if you say I want to lose weight, then it is a wishful thinking. Okay, so it becomes a goal when you pin yourself down to, I will lose some 10 pounds in 90 days, or some 10 kgs in a span of 2-3 months, or 2 kgs per month. If you mention it, make it specific, cite it something making specific, then only that goal you set can become specific. So the goal you set should be always how it should be. It should be very specific. Now hope you understood. Now measurable. The goal you set should be very measurable. So measurable in the sense it should be quantifiable. So measurement is because why we have to measure our goal? It's another way of monitoring your progress. So I want to be happy. Is it a goal? The answer is no, because happiness, it is a state of mind. And can we convert it into a measurable goal? Yes, we can convert it. How can we convert it? We can convert into a measurable goal by asking what will give me happiness. So then the answer is, if you say, if I spend 1 hour a day with my family, then that will give me happiness. I say that way. So now we have changed that goal into a measurable or quantifiable goal. So if you cannot measure, then you cannot achieve it. So if you set a goal, that goal should be always measurable. Then only there will be more scope for you to achieve it. Followed. So the goal we set should be measurable. And A stands for attainable. Attainable, or you can say achievable. Achievable means the goal, your goal should make you stretch, or it should make you challenging, or it should be slightly out of reach but not out of sight. If the goal you set is out of sight, can you achieve it? No. It should be slightly out of reach but not out of sight. Okay. Out of reach is motivating only, because you will go on continuously put all your efforts to achieve it. But if it is out of sight, then it will be certainly demotivating. So it should be something attainable or something achievable. Then coming to next slide, relevant. R stands for relevant, or you can also say realistic. So if your goal is to lose some weight in some 30 days or 1 month, then you are being unrealistic, isn't it? Okay. So it should be something realistic. If you say that I want to lose 1 kg, then in a month or 30 days or 2 months, then that is something, it is realistic. If you say I want to lose 30 kgs in a month, is it possible? No, it's not realistic. So the goal you said should be relevant, or it should be realistic also. For example, now about relevant only. Now, if you are a student of diploma studying in Triple E or civil, if you are studying civil, then here if you want to become an electrical engineer, is it possible? No, you can't. So it should be something relevant to what you study or what you actually do, isn't it? Then time bound. So you should set a starting date and you should set a finishing date to reach your goal. It should be something time bound. Okay, I want to become this after a span of 1 year or 2 years. It should be very time bound. If you don't mention the starting point and the ending point, then your goal never will be time bound. Okay. Okay. Now understood? The goal you said should be how it should be. It should be smart enough, specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, and relevant or realistic, and then time bound. So it should be very smart. Now coming to goals. Goals are two types: short term goals and long term goals. Short term in the sense up to 1 year. If you aim to achieve it during a period of after a period of 1 year, then that becomes your short term goal. And up to 3 years, a mid-term goal also we can say. But long term is up to 5 years. If you say that now I am pursuing my diploma, so after a span of 5 years, I'll settle as a great engineer or good engineer. Then that will be achieved only after a period of 5 years. Then we can call it as a long-term goal. If you say that I want to complete this first sem or first year of diploma with a good percentage, then that becomes your short-term goal. And because within 1 year you can achieve it. And long term in the sense something you plan or aim to achieve it after a period of around 5 years, then that we can say it as a long term goal. And coming to next, types of goals. So goals, even if you set a long term goal also, if they can be easily achieved if they are broken into small ones. Okay. Achieving a short term goal one by one, finally you can achieve your long term goal. Look here, the big picture. Short term goals, we can say as mini goals, and medium term goals, intermediate goals, and then long term goals, milestone goals. Ultimately you have reached your milestone. Okay. Now next, moving to the next slide. Winners don't do different things, they do things differently. It's a popular quote from the book You Can Win of Shiv Khera. Okay, so winners, they don't do different things, but they do things differently. They do the same things, but they do that particular thing in a different manner. Followed? So, this is a popular quote, and it's not the quantity of time that we spend with our families, but the quality that matters. So, in the process of achieving your goals, also you should balance everything. So they do different, they do things, winners, they do things differently. They balance everything. They balance their family, they balance their friends and everything. They'll be balancing their physical health and their mental health, and they will balance their spiritual health, and they will fulfill all their responsibilities. They will do that in a different way, and finally they will emerge as winners. Followed? Okay. Moving to our before assignment, let me tell something else, okay, regarding the goals only. Now we need two kinds of education. So one that teaches how to make a living, and one that teaches us how to live. Followed? Did you understand what I said? Our education, we need everyone, they need two kinds of education. One teaches us how to make a living, and the other one teaches us how to live. So there are people who are so engrossed in their professional lives, and they neglect their families. They sometimes they neglect their health and even all the social responsibilities also. So ironically, if you asked why they do this, because they would reply, they are doing that. Why you are always bothered, so irresponsible about your family? Why you are neglecting? You are not bothered about your health, and you don't take up any social responsibility. Why you are so much engrossed in your professional life? In the sense, they say, yes, I'm doing everything for my family, they say. So their kids will be sleeping when they leave home, and they will be, when they return from their office also, they will be sleeping only. Never they find any time to spend with them. After a span of 20 years, okay, when they retire and they will turn around, they are all gone. Then they have no family left also. There's something very sad, isn't it? So one should be able to balance everything. Until you balance everything, so goals, they should be balanced. They must be balanced, and our life, because it's like a wheel with six spokes. So the spokes, what are the different six spokes? Family is a spoke. Their financial, okay, that financial everything that comes under another spoke. That represents their career and the things that money can buy. Okay, and their physical, that becomes another spoke, and then their mental health, their social. Just now I told you, because social, in the sense, every individual and organization, they have some social responsibility, so without which the society starts dying. So, and and they should have some spiritual responsibility also, because your value system represents ethics and character, isn't it? So if any of these spokes is out of alignment, then your life goes out of balance, isn't it? So you should just consider, if any spoke is missing, then if at all, if any spoke is missing, what would your life be like? So our goals, while achieving our goals, in that process also, we have to balance, our goals must balance all these six spokes. Follow? And aiming low is the biggest mistake people make. And some people, they aim because they have good potential, but still they don't aim at something high. So aiming, if at all, if you think of, you think that if I have to balance all this, then I should aim at something low, you will be thinking that way. But aiming low is also a biggest mistake you make. Because winners, if you want to be winner, whatever, whether you aim at something high or something low, so winners always, they will be keeping in mind the objectives of that particular goal. And losers, their focus will be on the obstacles only, rather than focusing on the objectives. Winners see only objectives, and losers, they see only obstacles. So we should aim at something high, but at the same time, simultaneously, we have to balance everything, all the six posts. And finally, we have to make an effective action plan and try to implement it, execute it, and finally emerge as winners. Followed? Now, hope I gave you much information about goals, isn't it? But still, let me tell you, goals, if you don't do any action, goals without action, they are again empty dreams only. Though you change your dream into a goal, and you want to make your dream into reality, turn your dream into reality, but still, if you don't execute any action plan, then goals without action, they will again remain as empty dreams only. So actions turn dreams into goals. Remember, always our actions only turn our dreams into goals. Even if a person misses his goals, it does not make him a failure. Delay does not mean defeat. It only means we have to revise our plan. If at all, if you are a failure, then it means that we have to revise our plan. We have not made an effective plan. We have to revise it. And finally, we have to revise our plan so that we can reach our target. So just like a camera, it needs focus to take a good picture. We need goals also to make a productive life. If we don't click a good picture, again we focus, again we click another picture, isn't it? So just like a camera, as it needs focus to take a good picture, we need also goals to make a productive life. But finally we have to aim at something, isn't it? We have to scrutinize our goals, we have to implement seriously our action plan, and finally set a proper goal. And well begun is half done, just I told you, isn't it? Followed. So now today we have discussed much. Now here is an assignment for you. Moving to the next slide. Write 3 goals for this semester, including objectives and action plans for each goal. This is an assignment I have assigned you. So you are supposed to write 3 goals for this semester, including your objectives also you have to mention. What are your objectives about goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, and then what action plan you have made so that you can implement it, and let me know what action plan you have made so that you can achieve your objectives you have set for those goals, goal 1, goal 2 and goal 3. Followed. You have to submit it. Next, you are the best. Okay, be a person having high self-esteem. Don't lose hope, even if you aim at something high also, because you are that capable. Certainly you are the best, and if you set a goal, you can climb that ladder and achieve that goal. The thing is, your ladder is action plan. Okay, you have to follow all the steps systematically with all the D's: determination, discipline, dedication, desire, isn't it? All the D's. If you have all the D's, certainly you will, with dedication, you can achieve the goal you have aimed at. Hope I have given you much information about goal setting. Now, even if some of you, if you don't have any goals, because I told you aimless life is lifeless body, please do set some goal and set some long-term goals, short-term goals and long-term goals, and finally one fine day you will achieve your goal. Hope I have given you much information and you have learned lot, and I hope we have fulfilled the objectives of this particular unit. I think I taught you something and you have learned something, and all the best students. Okay, after reaching home, please do complete this assignment and submit within the deadline. By next Monday you have to submit it. Thank you for your patient listening, and hope to see you in the next class. Okay, followed. So with this we will end this class, and we will continue with another topic in our next class. Thank you. Have a good day.